Alright, and we're back with some more Daggerfall, baby. So, last episode I did the hell that is Castle Wayrest. So you know what that means. It's time to do Castle Sentinel. Speaking of which, we're actually right there, but we need to pick up the quest trigger for this first. So we're going to come right back here in a little bit. That one, in my opinion, is the worst dungeon in the game. This one that I'm in right now, it's bad, but it's not nearly as awful. So let's go ahead and cast Mark. Anchor. Oh, that was a time. So we're going to go to Dragontail Mountains, Scourge Barrow. And now we need to be level 8 to get the next quest in the, what's it called? Quest for the Sentinel portion. So, alright. Now we're going to go back to our... Well, Spider just died, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to the King of Worms to get our next quest, because we already killed the zombie that has the letter on it. So now we just have to get the quest properly from him. Oh my god. I'm going to start needing to really invest in some better, like, enchants, so... Well, it's inevitable, but still. Okay. Dwarven Saber. Cool! So remember, Scourge Barrow is left through this door. Left. Down. And then we can just do it. I like how this bat just probably did as much damage as that fucking zombie did. Alright, this quest is not nearly as shitty, but it is very awful. And then left. And then this is where the King of Worms lives. He just sings some pretty wicked tunes. Can I hang out in your coffin? You can't see me. I wish you could close it. That'd be actually really cool. Alright. Shriaki, I'm so glad you answered my letter. I hope my messenger was gentle. You have been a loyal servant in the past, not as loyal as my living dead, but far more versatile. My need involves the lowest depths of Castle Sentinel, and the reward is knowledge that only the dead can provide. Are you willing? Sure. How amusing. I am looking for the answer to a question. It doesn't exist among the living, but may exist among the dead. I want you to bring me back the ghost of Prince Carolus, the great-grandfather of the late King Cameron of Sentinel. Carolus was a sorcerer of no mean skill. He is now a lich, deep in the bowels of the castle. I'm giving you a special scarab. If it is close to him when you destroy his physical body, his soul will be trapped in the scarab. Bring it back to me, and I will tell you a tale few mortals have ever heard. So, you know... to hell with it. We'll just come back here later. Let's go and teleport. And now we're back in Sentinel. Alright. Now, we're gonna go here, but I want to do something first. Let's see. Do I even... Alright, so you'll notice we have the scarab. It's basically a soul gem at this point. How much gold do I have? Well, actually, the main question is... How many torques do I have? How much of this can I... No, that's not it. Mark... Torque... I'm looking to make sure I have some items. We're going to go in the Mage's Guild in a minute. Prayer beads. You can enchant items, by the way. But I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to enchant my gear. Malachite. And a unicorn horn. Oh, we'll get into that later. So let's go over to the Mage's Guild, where we know we have friends. And, yeah. How much gold do I have on me again? About 9k. This should be plenty. So what I want to do right now is start making some enchanted gear, because we're going to have to kill a Lich. Now, if you don't know what a Lich is yet, it's pretty damn dangerous. Liches are absolutely one of the highest tier enemies in Daggerfall. They're a lot safer in Unity than they were in Vanilla. In Vanilla, they just kill you around corners before you even knew they'd aggroed on you. They were horse shit. In this, they're a little bit more fair. But I really don't trust that still. Besides, we need some stuff anyways. Hey! Damn, I don't have any surprise promotions. I should be able to use the enchanter at this point, and I should identify whatever I don't have. So, at this point, I'm in a position where I really need to start getting spell resistances, and spell absorption and reflection. Fuck! Okay, that's fine. We'll just ID our stuff, I guess. I was hoping that I'd have enough rank to do that. So, let's go ahead and see... Let's go in our wagon. I know I have a few things in here. Oh, geez, I do. I have stuff I can easily enchant. No, there we go. Where... See, I have stuff I could actually make into enchanted gear. Where is it? Oh, pff, I knew that. ID it all for 700. Alright, let's see what we got. So, Shining is probably light. Yeah. Wisdom, Willpower, Antidote, Orc Strength, Open, Frosty Religious Item of Ice Storms, Jesus, and Silence. Okay, that's not really that useful, unfortunately. Do I think I have enough shit to take on a Lich? Realistically, no. But we'll do it anyways, because I can. So, looks like we're gonna have to just deal with it the way we are. I do have resistances built in as spells, but Liches are fucking insane, so... It's not an ancient Lich, by the way, it's just a normal one. But they're still very fucking dangerous. They're one of the most dangerous enemies in the game, if not the most dangerous. Ancient Liches in particular. This one's just a normal one, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous, so... Mark. Oh man, can you tell I'm a little nervous about that? Okay, let's do it. Let's go and, let's do our business. Alright, professional Lich fucker, that's me. Okay, and we leveled up to level 8. That's awesome. What do I really want right now? I kind of want int, so we'll go with that. We want to work smarter, not harder. So, awesome. Okay. So we were just in here, but now we're going to go in there the right way. Oh boy. This is not... There's a naked chicken here, isn't there? Yeah, I was smart. I know my Daggerfall. I know where all the nude characters are. I'm amazed they didn't try to fight me for that. No, I think the dungeon is... There's only one entrance, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not super worried about it. This is the dungeon I say I think is the worst. In reality, it's probably not. Sup, Mongo. See, she's got a hunky boy just as much as the guy's got a skanky girl. That's all fair, right? So anyways. Yeah, I guess it's upstairs. That's right, it's on the left-hand side, I'm pretty sure. Okay. No, we don't want to be in here. Pretty sure none of these have the way... I actually really like this castle. It's pretty damn cool. Alright. And yes, if you couldn't guess by now, the quests I'm doing, the dungeons I'm going into, are required to finish the main game. No? I hear a rat. That's... I'm not losing my shit. There is a dungeon in this area. It must be up here. I can't remember. Alright, so I'll explain what we're doing. We're basically going to use that scarab to soul trap the Lich. Even though you might be thinking, wait, Liches... What kind of Liches are we talking about? I think they're talking about old D&D Liches are liches meant you trapped your soul into something else entirely, and you projected your mind basically, or something like that. In Daggerfall, it just means it's a fucking awful enemy. I'm pretty sure this is the dungeon. This is a very strangely laid out room. Well, castle, I should say. Alright. So what we need to do is we need to find him. First of all, that's easier said than done, if you couldn't tell at this point. Am I in the dungeon now? Yeah, I am. It's gonna get dark in a second. So that's cool, right? We gotta find this damn Lich. Then we have to kill said Lich. And then we have to go back to the King of Worms. Sounds easy? Well... What? Okay, I'm not sure where that was leading, but alright. I guess she was like, never mind. It's just saw me coming down and, oh, hey, it's up. So this is easier said than done. This dungeon, however, is not that hard. I will admit, freely, this is not nearly as challenging as Castle Wayrest. That's the worst dungeon. I'm just making it sound too nice than it actually is, right? This dungeon's bad, but it's not as bad, if that makes any sense. So, you might be thinking, so Seth, you don't seem like it's a very difficult dungeon in your own words at this point. Like, there's some catch. There's gotta be something you're not telling us, right? Yeah, you're right, there's something I'm not telling you. It's not even the Lich. It's the puzzle to get the Lich freed so you could kill the Lich. That's the thing I can't stand. It's not even that complicated, and I know it's probably not even close to that complicated, but it's spatially, it's a very difficult puzzle, and it's a little too ambitious for its own good. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to find these switches, and there's alright, switches and elevators. Can you already tell where this is going? And certain switches only open up certain access points to the Lich Chamber. And you know what? When we get there, you'll see. I'm not making this sound that hard, am I? But trust me, it's fucking hard. It's not even close to what I call easy. What makes it really challenging for me is the fact that I have, like, a decent memory when it comes to stuff like this, but it's the way the map will tell you only half of the information. So, when you do this dungeon... Alright, here's something that we haven't seen yet in terms of gameplay. So, how do I describe these? They're basically just blue bars. They're like force fields. They're only in a few dungeons. I think this one, Daggerfall, and... what am I thinking it? The Numidium area. So the very end of the game. These blue bars cannot be clipped through, no matter how hard you try to break it. Unless you're playing old Daggerfall, then you probably can. So what makes it difficult? Well, it's a combination of things. Number one... Oh, there's that pot. I feel like I'm getting close. Every time I see anything on the floor, I feel like I'm going the right direction. It's a pretty fair assessment, though. So, the bars themselves, they actually show up on the map. So, if you hit a switch, you can actually look at your map, and they change in a three-dimensional perspective, like everything else. What doesn't change is the cage that's holding the Lich's, like, entrance room. Now, why is that really bad, you say? Because the other switches can toggle other things on and off while you're doing it. And you can see why this starts to become a huge pain in the ass. It's not that complicated of a puzzle. It's really not. But, well, as my parents would say to me as a young child, fucking shut up and wait. So, you'll see. You'll all see. You'll all float down here. This dungeon itself isn't that hard. I will say that. The actual navigation factor, it's not that bad. But the puzzle is what gets me the most. which is why I say it's not even that bad. I think Castle Sentinel is marginally easier than Castle Wayrest. Can we just go out on a limb and just say, fuck Castle Wayrest, it's the worst in the entire game? Probably the worst in the entire series, if this is the route we're going on. I think it's safe to assume. I'm carrying way too much gold, and I just now realized it too. I was like, oh, fuck. It's okay. It's alright. Alright, I think we're going the right way. No, don't fall down the hole. That would be a bad idea. Okay. So, how hard is the Lich gonna fuck me up? That's a question I don't want to think about, because number one, I do have spell reflection. I do have some intrinsic benefit being a dark elf, so that's kind of cool. But they're still very fucking dangerous. One thing you can do with Liches that's, I think, kind of patched in this version is they have this massive AoE spell, and usually they end up nuking themselves with it, so it ends up kind of not being a problem, and then they run out of spell points. Or you can just absorb their damage with, like, spell absorption and turn it into mana points, and then you can just kind of do your own thing there, too. But here's the thing, Liches are, I think, level, like, 12 or something like that. They're a pretty high-level mob, and they generally hit pretty fucking hard. Even though you'd think, oh, it's just a skeleton man with some robes. Yeah, he'll fucking knock your teeth in every time he hits you. We're going the right way. I know this because I remember this. The fact that I remember it at all is probably astounding, because this game has absolutely shattered my brains throughout the years playing it. This game is probably why I have so many social issues in this modern day, probably. Wouldn't shock me, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's right, we have some shit we can drop. I guess we'll drop that Dwarven Saber for now. It's just kind of not in my best interest to hold on to it this long. It's probably not very good loot anyways. I mean, you can do that. Alright, I feel like I'm getting close. This feels like I'm in the right path, just from memory. This is not a fun quest, so the quicker I can get it over with, the better I'm going to feel. I'm just kind of scouting out, just looking around, seeing what's what, because this all looks very familiar to me as a, like, person. I don't know if that, as a person this makes me feel. Yeah, I could have probably worded that slightly better. But you know what? I'm playing Daggerfall. My brain's gonna get turned into Swiss cheese in like 2 minutes. Shit, where the fuck? Like I said, navigating dungeons. You just have to learn how to do it after a while. Hello. You know, I never noticed that chandelier until just now. I've been playing this game for years, and I didn't even notice that was there. Shows how much I pay attention sometimes. I know this game has tits in it, that's pretty obvious, but that doesn't mean I remember everything else. So, here we go. Let's try and soothe the good old Lich man himself. Am I in the right area? Okay, good. I hope to God I'm in the right area. I feel like I'm getting there. Yeah, this is looking familiar. There's shit on the floor, you're going the right way. He got naked as he got further in there. The first thing I'd do, say fuck wearing clothes. I'm a Lich. I don't need clothes. I like how this is a dead body, but it still somehow has its nipples out. Because I'm pretty sure those would deteriorate away pretty quickly, because breast tissue doesn't last that long in the... You're far too away from my wagon. No shit. It doesn't matter. Like I was saying, horny teenagers in the 90s and the 80s, you had to make some creativity to do stuff like this. So, we'll take the poppies. Why not? We'll make some I honestly thought I was going to shut the door on it and just call it a day. That would have been great. I would have honestly just smiled there if that happened. A couple of things, too. I need to buy a ship. I probably have enough raw gold in, like, my cart and everything just to do that. Let me see where we're at. Hi, Mark. Oh, sorry. Mark's, there's 2 Marks here. Everybody is a Mark in this game. Everyone's Mark. Hi, Mark. But you know what? The good thing is I'm getting the really shitty, annoying dungeons out of the way as quickly as I can. So I am not going to complain. I don't want this. There we go. I don't want it! Annie, I don't want it. Annie, you're not a Jedi. Oh my god, I'm feeling sick already? You gotta be shitting me. Quit being sick. Oh, hell. This is a really bad time. You feel somewhat bad. Is it... What is it, though? This might just be fatigue poison. Oh, of course there's enemies nearby. God! That's a dangerous and dumb idea. That was not a good idea, Seth. Don't do that. Oh, there's enemies nearby here, too. Alright, am I healthy yet? Good. Okay, that kind of spooked me out a bit. You don't want to... You do not want to have that happen. Okay, I've already been here. I want to make sure I'm routing this out. I've panicked a little bit there for a second. Okay. I could probably drop 1,000 gold at a time right now, and it really wouldn't make a difference. We'll heal right here. God damn it. Can you just not? Thank you. Oh, fuck. I just want to heal, man. Let me rest. Fucking bats and dudes and shit keep coming in here and fucking interrupting my beauty sleep. You dicks. You dicks. Go cry in someone else's ear, you Pokemon sounding motherfucker. There we go. Fucking bats everywhere. Holy shit. Okay. The castle dungeons, though, that's the main things that suck. Castle Daggerfall is probably the easiest in the whole game when we have to go through there. Spoiler alerts, we have to go through there. Canonically and story-wise, that's the last one we have to go through. I think there's some way you can break the game to let you do that earlier, but I really don't want to find out. I'm not that interested either. I know I can do Minisera's letters, but I'm probably not going to do it because I'm just lazy. You're a dead man. Yeah, I know. I'm a dead woman. How dare you assume my gender, you piece of shit. Oh, hi. I like how all the NPCs in this game have green and blue as a common color palette, if you haven't noticed that by now. It's the Daggerfall color palette. Okay, let's remove this then, because I don't think we're going to be able to carry that. Once again, I think I'm just going to have to carry out a handful of things. That's fine. Okay. We'll save the game just in case. Alright. I don't know what I just cast. I did not mean to cast something. Okay. So I'm getting close, I'm pretty sure, to the main Lich puzzle. And the only reason I say that is because this dungeon is actually fairly straightforward. Which is honestly a godsend after some of the shit I went through in the last episode. Good lord. That's what you do, though, when you play Daggerfall. When you go Daggerfalling, you dive into dungeons. I'll tell you that. If you like dungeon crawlers, hell yeah, man. It's worth it every time to play this game. If you don't like dungeon crawlers, well... I'm sorry, I can't help you here. I don't know why people say they like Skyrim or they hate dungeon crawlers, because Skyrim is still at its heart a dungeon crawling game. But that's just me. Okay, and also this one's not nearly as massive as Castle Sentinel. Or, sorry, Castle Wayrest. Wayrest is just the worst. Maybe that's why I hate Wayrest in lore so much, because it's just a fucking awful dungeon. Literally everyone there is awful, including their... Even their dungeons are shitty. That's how bad Wayrest is. If you're born in Wayrest, you're just a bad person. I don't feel any pity for you. You're just a bad, bad dude. Okay. We've got to be finding that... Okay, we'll go this way then first. I like how she just waited for me, like, okay. But yeah, if you haven't noticed it by now, green, blue, and silver are like the main colors of Daggerfall at this point. Something you probably didn't notice, but I pointed it out for you. I know there's a mod called Daggerfall, and I'm like, okay. It doesn't replicate all of Daggerfall, but it replicates the whole Daggerfall main quest, and only the main quest, I think. And some of the key dungeon areas, of course. But it doesn't look that interesting to me. Maybe because I just don't like, what's it called? Skyrim very much, but it also just doesn't really interest me in like a appearance-wise things. But one thing they do is there's actually an armor set that's colored like schemed, just like the like enemies in this game, which is pretty cute. I will say there's a lot of love put into that. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. Well, I'm pretty damn sure, as in like I'm 99% certain we're going the right way. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that you can just kind of tell was put in deliberately, and some portions of the game to make you go, oh hey, I might have been here. And this might also be a dead end. Fuck. There's a log, man! You can't fucking fake me out with a log. That's just bullshit. But, you know. But we are technically, I think, able to finish the next portion that finishes off what I guess you could call the Lysandus branch of the story. Alright. See, this one's not as bad, but it's not very well textured. If there's one thing this dungeon itself does not have going for it, it's texture variety. Last time I went in here, though, I found it really quick. We'll just keep going up. I know for a fact I already set my fucking recall, thank God. And we'll just drop gold here. I didn't really want to TCL that last episode and everything, but I hope you understand. Last episode was well, it was way rest. It just made me do it. Alright, we'll go somewhere in here then. You see, this is so ambiguous. I feel like I should be, like, finding the damn area by now. Alright, let's see. We've been through here. No. This is the main thing. Yep, I think I'm in the right way. This quiver. I'm starting to feel it, you know. That's the thing. I'm like, alright, we're definitely encroaching on the area because all this is feeling familiar, like, just to look at for me. So this just loops over to here, right? Okay. And by the way, if you haven't guessed by now, all the castle dungeons are just not fun. This one in particular is not as bad as the others. Daggerfall is the easiest, I will say that. No matter if you think... So, or if they're all bad, is that one as bad as this? No. That one's actually tolerable. Okay, I think we can go this direction then. Apparently not. And then we'll loop around into here. So, yeah, I think this whole section's pretty much done. I don't think we can really expect much more of that. Is there anything else I might have missed? I don't really... Well, there is one staircase, it looks like. Alright, how do I get down there? That is the Daggerfall question, am I right? So we want to get down there. But how do I get there? Use the boy. Come here, Potter! Now! That's my Professor Quirrell impression. I hope it was everything you ever asked for. Tell the truth! What do you see? Okay, then we'll go that way. Just that way, don't you know? This could be a dead end. I'm freely admitting this could just be a dead end. But I am confident in this dungeon's layout. Roll around. I might have already marked the area. That's the scary part. Okay. I think I've got it. Take a right. I can't get much more lost, trust me. I'm not lost either. We're gonna go down. Then we're on the right Z level. We're just gonna roll around. Or can I go left? No, I got to roll around. And then we're gonna go forward. And up here. Past that doorway and through the other. Then do I go up? And I oop, and I oop, and I go up. Okay, cool. Okay, we haven't been here. But then again, here looks like the very beginning of here, if that makes any sense, so... Alright, this isn't like... Oh, let me bump this back over. There we go, it's better. I kept bumping it and I can tell. It bugs me in editing. Alright, let's go this way then. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. All that for nothing. Well, mummy wrappings, I guess. Superlatively fresh mummy wrappings. That's not what I want, though. I want to find the Lich, you son of a bitch. Okay. I feel like Lich should be L-I-T-C-H. Am I just wrong? Because lick, it almost sounds like that, if you could be dumb about it. Who wants to be a lick? Oh, I could see some dumb kid in like 1985 saying that. What's a lick? It's not a lit, it's a lich, Billy. And this is Dungeons and fucking Dragons and you'll like it. There's something wrong with me. I've never played D&D, so I can't tell you anything. I know literally very little to anything about D&D. I've just never had the interest to play it. It's just not my thing. You might be like, but you like this stuff so much. Yeah, but this is a game. D&D is like the board game you have to play with friends. And that's like commitment I don't want to deal with. Alright, so... I know we're in the right area. That's a wall. See, that's what you gotta remember. There's no rendering on walls like that. Alright, so we'll have to go up in the main area again. Actually, what's in here? Have I explored up there? Kinda, sort of, not really. No, Alright, that's a wall. Alright. I haven't been in that region, so if I stay on the same Z level... This is why I say learning how to use the map is so fucking crucial. And then... Turning through this doorway, correct? Okay. As long as you know how to use the map, you're fine. And that's honestly just Daggerfall in a nutshell. Can you navigate three-dimensional spaces in a pseudo 3D environment with 2D aspects? Yes. Then you're hired, son. Welcome to Microsoft. Okay. That's how it works, right? So that's not where I want to be. I wish it was that easy, right? Putting can play Daggerfall on a job application is probably not going to do a whole lot, I hate to tell you. Although, in retrospect, if I saw that, I'd say, this person's fucking crazy, and I wouldn't hire them. Because that's just something crazy people can do. Alright, so we'll go... Have I been in here? Yes on the right, no to the up. Okay. We're starting to root this out. We're almost out of this hellhole. I know it seems like I'm full of shit. No, this seems familiar. Not the centaur man. Not him. With his very slow thrusting spear. No, please. God, no. Not the bees. They're in my eyes! Okay. But yeah, this does feel like the last bit of the dungeon I haven't been in yet. This one, like I said, much more navigable. Is that the proper word? It doesn't feel like it is. I feel like I had a conversation with someone at work about this exact sentence. Navigable is navigatable? I don't know which is correct, but they both don't sound right. That's all there is to it. Okay. Let's see if I can find me a lich. We're lich hunting on the History Channel. It's lich hunting, boys! That's exactly the kind of shit that, like, Discovery Channel or, like, fucking Science Planet would... Science Planet? Science Animal Planet, yeah. Science Planet. You gotta be in the know with these things, dude. Duh. Let's see. Is that a wall? Yeah, that's a wall down there. There really isn't very much to this dungeon. If you can't tell, it's not as insane as some of the other ones. It's just very samey because everything looks the same texture. Which is admittedly a huge problem. And I've been through here. Have I not? Okay, that's the wall. Ain't no man on earth can make it fall. Big black wall. Block out the sun. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm trying to look at this and think where have I not been? So the last thing you want to do when you're in this situation where I'm like, I've kind of exhausted all the options I can think of, do not start randomly wandering around. It will absolutely be the easiest way you legitimately get turned around. There's no secret passages or any of that shit. I can tell you that for a fact. So we travel north, and then we go up, and then there's the log. I'm starting to make some progress, I feel. Who designed this? That's what I want to know. What person in Tamriel designed this? Okay, so let's keep this. This is the right. This is correct. We're looking for an elevator to be more precise. I think I'm in the right area now. Because I feel like I did this exact same thing on my last playthrough. Okay. Have we been here? No. We haven't been here. So like I said, we're looking for an elevator that's going to take us into the room that has the puzzle. The puzzle itself is what's really obtuse to me, and you'll see why when we get in there. But I feel like we're on the right path now. You see what I mean? In Daggerfall, it doesn't matter how turned around you get. You can eventually find your way through something just by carefully examining your map, and then using guesstimation, you can usually find your way back. You missed, you bitch. Gatorade me, bitch! Okay. So, what's the main thing I'm thinking right now as well? Holy shit, this is the worst part of the game? Yes. Every time I play it, this is exactly how it feels. But I'm almost... Yep, we're cutting it in there. I can feel it. So we still have one more quest in the Lysandus line before we can officially reach the endgame area of the totem resolution, as I will call it. basically, we're pretty close to beating the game at this point. I know you're probably like, are we really? But yeah, we really are. We're actually almost at the max level we need to be in the last areas. And we just kind of are missing a few gear components. And other than that, I mean, yeah, man, we could theoretically finish the game in a few more sessions if I really tried hard enough. Alright, have I been down there? Yes. And we want to go out this door and this away. There's only so much to this dungeon. This is not like the last one where the whole fucking thing has entire, essentially 2 more modules of dead ends that don't do anything. Okay, I think I should probably rest. I think it's a safe idea. Wait a minute, was that adamantium? No. Now my hopes are getting high. God damn it. That ain't good. Okay, we still haven't leveled up, but that's fine. Probably gonna level up eventually in this dungeon, if I had to guess. Alright, feel like I'm going the right way. Yep, this is it. No! God damn it! Oh, fuck me. This is exactly where we need to be, too. Oh my god. You fucking rats. Okay. So there's rats and scorpions in this part of the dungeon. So the enemies aren't that hard. So, alright, this part's just ass. Hit this switch. Now this is where I'm talking about. This is where it starts to get really fucking gross. And I don't mean like, oh, it can't be that. No, this is... Oh, God, you'll see. You'll see. You'll all see. So, how bad can this really be, Seth? This puzzle you're talking about can't be that bad. Oh, boy. So, now that we've made it into the actual area that I've been bitching and building up as this big, giant pile of shit the entire game. So, the Lich... He's in there. We can't get to him from here or draw him out. We have to get in there, okay? We can't break these or do anything. We have to do this the old-fashioned way by the switches. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. See on my map? Now, they're not showing up because we haven't actually went through there yet, so we can't see it. But these don't change. So... This is all just about trial and error and remembering which switches do what. Something this game does not telegraph very well. I will say that despite all the love I have for this game, this kind of shit will make you go crazy. Having levitate, by the way, is an extremely helpful point. I think there's a wraith down here too. Yeah, I think there's a wraith in one of these side holes. Yeah, I can hear him. He's over there. They hit pretty hard, and they have, I think, a cold magic. But other than that, they're really not that bad. I think they can only be damaged with magic and, I think, Elvish or higher? Oh, fuck it. We'll fight in the real way later. We'll talk about this later. Okay. I'm not going to touch that switch just yet. I don't think I want to touch that switch just yet. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I see you over there. Not sure. I'm going to leave that alone. I'll put it back in the original position. This is why this sucks, and you can tell why immediately. Oh, God. Now we have to go in here. I think we have to hit this. Am I correct? I don't know what that magic effect is, by the way. It beats the fuck out of me. I couldn't tell you. And... Alright. Can I at least see on the map what's changed now? No. Of course not. I thought this showed you what has changed and what hasn't changed. I guess I was wrong. That's a pipe dream. Okay. Here's where it gets fun. This is why I hate this a lot, and I mean it. I genuinely hate this puzzle. I don't think that actually shows on your map which things have actually been, like, opened and stuff. Pretty sure on that. I think you can get through there from this, but I don't think I've ever done it. We'll cast Levitate. And I'll rest. Just, there's not very many enemies in here. The enemies are the fucking puzzle itself, in my mind. So, I'm trying to remember how to do this without looking at a guide. And you could say, Seth, why didn't you just use a guide? How do you describe this? Like, please answer, how do you describe this setup of things? And, like, the whole situation is just indescribable, okay? There's nothing in this that makes me think, oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, none of this makes any fucking sense, dude. I don't know what to tell you. What is in here? Oh, it's a ghost. It's a spooky ghost! Ghost like zoinks, dude! Okay. And we'll hit that switch. And I'm praying that it did something correct. That's all I can tell you every time. It doesn't matter if it does something or not. I can't remember. Because this is so indescribable and obtuse that it's probably not that bad. Let's just be honest here. This really isn't that bad, I bet. But to me, this is just the absolute apex of ass. I don't like this at all. Okay, there's the spider I killed. You see, this is where it starts to get really complicated to me. At least in my mind, this doesn't make any damn sense. I'll switch that over. And I'll go down here. We need to find the room with the wraith in it. There we are. Okay. So we need to be where he's at. Holy shit, he fucking hit me so hard. Okay. Let's take it easy. Champ. Okay. Quick save that he's dead. That's important. Now, is this the one I've already done? You see, this is exactly where it starts to fuck me up. I don't remember which positions I've already hit. I'm gonna hit that one and pray. Did I do this correctly? You see, this is why I don't like this. It's not because, lol, I'm bad at games. It's just, this is structurally and mathematically to me just very dumb. Okay. Did I do it? I'm TCLing through that because I'm not waiting 8 hours for the elevator. Okay. Okay, cool. I somehow fidangled it. That's the main thing. That's the easy part. What in the fuck? Where did you come from? You gotta be dicking me. I don't even know. How I solved that is beyond me. That was a combination of just luck in my mind. Nothing about that was me knowing what I was doing. That was just me hitting switches in a combination that eventually turns it on. 6 to 15, 4 to 15. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. Fuck you. I want it. I want it. Don't judge me. Don't fudge me. Only God can fudge me. Okay, here we go. This is the main thing. This is the Lich room. And then we can turn this damn quest in. There's nothing in here, by the way. Oh boy. He's in there. So let's do this the right way. Spell absorption. Resist magicka. Spell resistance! No! Hello, sir. Or madam. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, he can one-shot me? Holy shit. Okay, that's not cool. I don't like that at all. Okay. Let's try it again. We can just kind of cheese him. So... we have to kill him, by the way. He has to die. Alright. Ugh! Jesus Christ. He does so much damage. Oh, get out of here, Centaur. I'm not interested in you. You're not my problem. You're just a problem in my way. Because it's my way, or the highway. Okay, let's not get too cocky here. If this was regular Daggerfall, he probably would have clipped through the wall and not actually worked properly anymore. Jesus Christ. I wonder if I can kill him in an elevator shaft. If I could, I feel like that would be amazing. Okay, I'm trying not to think of the fact that he can one-shot me, by the way. That's just not cool. Okay, we got a couple of good hits on him. Yeah! He can one-shot me. I'd like to point that out. With his fucking hand. Come on, you son of a fuck. Yeah! I can deal damage too. How you like it? Yes! And we get this portrait. That is his trapped soul. It's a bit weird, I know. He looks like an okay guy to me. Tell me, did I do it? Thank you. Okay, so we're out of the fucking castle, and now we can go back to Scourge Barrow in the Dragontail Mountain. I like how it even knows if you spell it with an E like a normal human being. I like to imagine we just walked across the country with this dude in our pocket, basically. Just asking us occasionally, hey, can you let me out? I'll give you money. And we just keep saying, no, I don't need money. I'll give you Daedric. It's a deal, but maybe not. Alright, so hey, we got the Lich taken care of, and you can see just how dangerous they are physically, not just magically. Oh my god. Everything is so beefy. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck you guys. I've got business to deal with the King of Worms. You guys can just go back to being undead thralls. That's fine with me. Okay, and like I said, you will do this dungeon so many times in the story that this layout is not complicated anymore. It's the most practical of all the dungeons, too. That's what's really funny. Okay, successful backstab. Awesome. That makes me feel way happier than it should. This guy looks like my ex's dad from like 10 years ago. It's really weird. Okay. Yo! Can I call you Wormy? Can we call you that? Well done, Shriaki. I'm sure the prince will be most cooperative. Please accept this bracer as a token of my appreciation. In addition, I've decided that it's time for someone outside of Tiber Septim's line to know the truth about the Underking. As you know, Tiber Septim was the first emperor of Tamriel. Towards the end of his wars of conquest, he betrayed his battle mage, Zurin Arctus. When Zurin died, his soul refused to leave his body, something to do with the mysterious Numidium. Since that time, Zurin Arctus has lived on as the Underking. The Underking and his agents have been a thorn in my side for centuries. Just remember, should the Underking regain his mortal body, he would surely throw all of Tamriel into conflict. I hate to tell you this, but he's a liar. That's not true at all. And it's confirmed as not true later on, but we'll talk about how that goes later. One thing I can say is the King of... Oh, fuck. I didn't... No, that's fine. I know how to get out of here. You can see the problem I just almost ran into, didn't you? So, the King of Worms brings up an interesting point, and you can see why I really do love, like, games that have characters with differing perspectives, or their perspective might be wrong because someone might have recorded it incorrectly. That's something that I love about the Necromancer's King of Worms. He's not really evil, but he's also not exactly great. He's morally in the gray zone. His motives are just become a god, essentially. By the way, if you do this, you can also levitate out of here. So let's go ahead and put our shit away. And I need to get spell reflection so bad. Potion recipes. Can I make cookies? 15,417. I have a lot of gold. So let's go ahead and 500. Should be enough for travel expenses. So yeah, that's Scourge Barrow. We'll heal up too. So look at that. That is like home to me in real life. And actually, let me just get all up in that because I love this. So when people are curious, what's my favorite settings in games? Just this. This is home to me in real life. So either way, we have officially taken care of the Underking's questline series now. We've taken care of the Wayrest series. We now only have the Lysandus series to deal with, which is admittedly pretty easy. But there's a lot of stuff we gotta do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We've gotten the 2 hardest dungeons in the entire game taken care of, and I'll see you in the next one. I love this game.